having the state funeral at Nyayo Stadium, whereby the functions or even the service will be taking place. Then the program will take on all through to Sunday. And as a country, every morning, it's condolences here from EBN TV and making sure that we have or even give strength and comfort and even a word of hope to the family of departed Raila Odinga, to friends and to Kenya at large, and even the international family. We wish that all shall be well, and God is going to help and make these people strength enough and make sure that we give us light as a country. And now, beginning on our bulletin, and this is our GKS Thursdays begins. And the body of the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga arrived in the country earlier today at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport from India. A security team along with the late leader's family received the body as thousands of Kenyans turned out to pay their respects and honor the former Prime Minister. At the same time, Kenya's national airline Kenya Airways KQ announced that it had renamed the aircraft carrying the late statesman to RAW 001 as a gesture of tribute and respect.
On an ordinary day would be KQ 203, but today, in honor of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, it is RAW 001. The call sign for this aircraft is RAW 001. We have the aircraft.
And as we're speaking right now, what is happening around Raila's home is that they are digging Raila Odinga's grave and his Bondo ancestral home. And this is happening near his late father's burial position, or even where his father was laid to rest, and this is very close to 30 years ago. So this is a commemoration, or even this is a remembrance to note that when people will be going or even going to celebrate his father, the same thing may be happening very close, or even the proximity from Raila's father's grave to his grave, where the process is taking place right now. It will look like you'll be taking the same celebrations at the same time, if it happens that you just visit the same locality. And moving on, the government was forced to deploy a military helicopter to monitor the movement of the late Raila Amolo Odinga's body after massive crowds turned armed to pay their final respect, causing severe traffic congestion and overwhelming security teams on the ground. Originally, the body was to be transported from Parliament went to Kasarani Stadium for a public viewing. However, the overwhelming turnout of supporters and mourners from across the country made it difficult to manage the procession through regular means. In response, security authorities requested additional support, prompting the government to send a Kenya Defence Force KDF helicopter to provide aerial surveillance of the convoy and enhance security across the entire route. And security chiefs say the move was necessary to ensure the procession was not disrupted and to maintain public safety. They emphasized that crowd control is now our top priority to avoid any possible incidents or accidents during this historic period of national mourning. The body of former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga was moved from Parliament buildings to Kasarani Stadium to accommodate the growing number of mourners. And the decision made jointly by the family and government officials comes in response to the overwhelming turnout of citizens wishing to pay their final respects. And initially, the body was lying in state and Parliament, where thousands of Kenyans flocked to honor the late statesman. And however, due to the large and increasing crowds, Kasarani Stadium was deemed more suitable because of its larger capacity. Government officials have announced that the public viewing and mourning will continue at the stadium starting tomorrow, and the venue will remain open day and night to give all Kenyans from every corner of the country a chance to bid farewell to the former Prime Minister. And strict security and health measures will remain in place to ensure safety and order during this national period of mourning. And on that note, we're just bringing in a short history for Raila Odinga. And Raila Odinga was born in 1945 in Maseno, Kenya, and he is the son of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And Jaramogi Oginga Odinga was the first Kenya's vice president, and Raila Odinga studied in East Germany, earning a degree in mechanical engineering. And when it came to political involvement in 1992, Raila was detained for alleged involvement in the failed coup against President Moi, and in 1991 released and joined the push for multi-party democracy in Kenya. In the same note, 1992 elected MP for Lang'ata constituency under Ford, Kenya. In 1997, ran for president under the National Development Party, NDP, finished third. And 2001 to 2002, he served as the Minister for Energy under President Moi. 2002 played a key role in forming the National Rainbow Coalition, NAC, which defeated KANU. 2003 to 2005, served as a Minister for Roads, Public Works and Housing under President Kibaki. 2005, led no campaigns in the constitutional referendum, defeating the government's draft. 2007, ran for president under the ODM. Disputed results led to post-election violence. 2008 to 2013, became Prime Minister in a power-sharing deal with President Kibaki, and in 2010, instrumental in the passage of Kenya's new constitution. And from 2013 to 2017, and again 2022, there he contested and lost presidential elections. All results were disputed. 2018 made a political truce with President Uhuru Kenyatta, known as the handshake, and in 2022 lost to William Ruto in the presidential race, challenging the result in court, but was unsuccessful. That's just a brief history of the departed hero and a legend, Honorable Raila Odinga. And moving on with the same a lane of stories from the fallen hero, the public viewing of the body of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has resumed at Kasarani Stadium following a brief disruption earlier today afternoon. Chaos erupted when thousands of Odinga's supporters attempted to forcibly access the VIP area where his body was being held for public viewing. The crowd, seemingly growing impatient after hours of waiting, began hurling chairs and stones at security personnel managing the restricted section, and the disturbance, which occurred shortly after 3 p.m., prompted police officers to fire warning shots in the air and deploy tear gas canisters in an attempt to disperse the crowd. Also, Red Icon declines to stop Raila Odinga's burial. This is the aircraft, or the flight that took him from Mumbai to this place, and it was KQ-203. It was renamed after his landing here in Nairobi, JKS area, and inside the dangerously dramatic 7 hours after Raila's body touched down at JKI, viewing of Raila's body in Kisumu changed to Jomo Kenyatta Stadium. As a result, the stadium grounds were temporarily cleared, with at least 2 individuals reportedly shot by security officers. And among the dignitaries present at the event are President William Ruto, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, and retired President Uhuru Kenyatta.
principal secretaries.
And tension at Kasarani as police fired tear gas to disperse mourners who had gathered ahead of viewing the late Raila Odinga's body today. And the mourners had flocked to the venue early in the day, hoping to secure a spot inside before the gates were officially opened. The large crowd overwhelmed the police officers manning the entrances, leading to confusion and pushing the gates. The police were forced to use tear gas to control the situation and restore order. And tragedy marred the public viewing of the late former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga and Kasarani Stadium today as chaos broke out, leaving several reportedly dead and many others injured. What began as a solemn occasion quickly descended into disorder after massive crowds turned up eager to pay the final respects. The large turnout overwhelmed the police officers stationed at the venue, leading to a stampede-like a situation. In an attempt to control the surging crowds and secure restricted areas, police were forced to fire tear gas, sparking further panic and confusion among mourners. Emergency services responded swiftly with ambulances seen ferrying the injured from the scene, and authorities have yet to confirm the official number of casualties, but eyewitnesses report that the situation escalated quickly due to a lack of crowd control and early crowd build-up before the gates were officially opened. Security has since been tightened at the stadium, with government officials calling for calm as the nation continues to mourn one of its most influential political figures. This time we're reading some of the tributes of the key leaders in this country, and we're doing this in Swahili. Na ripoti ama habari za rambirambi kutoka kwa aliyekuwa rais wa Kenya Uhuru Kenyatta ni kwamba moyo wangu umelemewa na huzuni kuu, roho yangu imebeba uzito na majonzi ya kina na ya kibinafsi. Kwangu mimi Raila hakuwa tu mwenzangu wa kisiasa, bali alikuwa sehemu muhimu iliyofafanua safari yangu katika maisha ya umma na ya utumishi. Huo ni ujumbe wa rambirambi kutoka kwa Uhuru Kenyatta. Na tukisonga mbele kwa rambirambi za Francis Atoli ni kwamba Raila daima amekuwa mshikamano uliounganisha taifa letu wakati wa mizozo ya kisiasa. Mara zote Raila aliinuka juu ya migawanyiko ili kutuunganisha kama Wakenya. Pole kwa dada yangu Ida Odinga na familia yote ya Odinga. Na kwa kinara wa Wiper Kalonzo Musyoka ni kwamba kumpoteza Raila Odinga si jambo la familia peke yake, mbali hata kwa taifa na Afrika nzima. Nitakupoteza sana ndugu yangu. Kwa sasa nasitisha mipango yangu ya kuelekea United Kingdom kwa ajili ya heshima ya kifo cha ndugu yangu. Na tukimalizia ujumbe kutoka kwa Miguna ni kwamba ndio nimepata taarifa hizi za kusikitisha. Tunatoa rambirambi zetu kwa familia ya Raila Odinga. Pumzika kwa amani, Jacob. That is what we heard from the tribute read in Swahili. And moving on, members of the National Assembly have paid glowing tribute to the late ODM party leader Raila Amolo Odinga, describing him as a fearless and dedicated leader whose legacy will be remembered for generations. And during a special parliamentary sitting held earlier today in his honor, lawmakers praised Odinga for his unwavering commitment to justice, peace and development for all Kenyans, despite the many political challenges he faced throughout his life. And the leaders hailed him as a patriotic politician with a genuine vision for the nation, calling him a symbol of integrity in Kenya's political landscape. They acknowledged his immense contribution to the advancement of democracy and human rights in the country, emphasizing that his legacy will continue to inspire future generations. The lawmakers also urged Kenyans to remain united and to carry forward Odinga's legacy to national cohesion and peace, values he championed consistently throughout his political career.
I was on his side. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Raila is an enigma, he's Baba, he's everything, and I believe to get somebody like him will take a long, long time. I don't think we will ever get somebody who has gone to detention, who has suffered for this country, and the way he has sacrificed himself. Had Honorable Raila not come through last year to form the broad-based government, I think we would have gone the Madagascar way.
I rise to eulogize the maverick, the enigma, the icon of Kenyan politics, the doyen just like his father, Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga can be remembered for many things, but I want to say I personally remember him for his honesty. He was a very honest politician. He was a politician who would not lie to you. If you are asking something and you can't get it, Raila Amolo Odinga will tell you that he is unable to give you that one, but you can get the alternative. I remember vividly.
Ili na mimi nitoe rambirambi na pole zangu. Basi kwa niaba yangu mimi mwenyewe na familia na kwa niaba ya watu wa Msambweni, nataka kutoa rambirambi na pole zetu kwa familia ya Mheshimiwa Raila.
And moving on to Meru, the same story of Raila Amolo Odinga is that Meru Governor Isaac Mutuma has mourned the passing of the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, describing him as a courageous and unwavering champion of human rights and democracy throughout his life. And speaking in Kariene Central Imenti, Governor Mutuma called for 2 minutes of silence in honor of the former Prime Minister, emphasizing that Raila's legacy will continue to inspire future generations. The governor made his remarks during the official launch of a national livestock vaccination campaign against foot and mouth disease in Meru County. And according to Ken Gitonga, the chief executive officer of the Meru Dairy Cooperative Union, the vaccination drive is expected to significantly boost milk production and improve livestock health across the entire country. And as the nation continues to mount tributes such as Governor Mutuma's reflect the far-reaching impact of Raila, who had not only on national politics but also on leaders and citizens in every corner of Kenya.
Mzee ambaye amepigania uhuru wa Kenya hii wa pili, uhuru wa pili, second liberation ya nchi yetu ya Kenya, His Excellency Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Naomba tusimame, we observe a moment of silence kwa sababu ya kiongozi ambaye Mungu amemlaza wakati huu. May the Lord rest his soul in eternity. Tunaweza keti. Na pia mzee ambaye amepigania uhuru wa Kenya hii wa pili, uhuru wa pili, second liberation ya nchi yetu ya Kenya, His Excellency Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Naomba tusimame, we observe a moment of silence kwa sababu ya kiongozi ambaye Mungu amemlaza wakati huu.
To better news this evening, the Orange Democratic Movement ODM party has appointed Siaya Senator Dr. Oburu Odinga as the interim party leader following the passing of Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Speaking at a press briefing earlier today, party officials confirmed that the decision was made by the ODM National Executive Committee (NEC) in an emergency sitting held to chart the party's next steps. Dr. Oburu, who is also the elder brother of the late Raila Odinga, accepted the appointment with humility, promising to work closely with all party leaders to ensure ODM remains united and focused on its founding values of justice, equality and democracy. His interim leadership is expected to last until the party holds official internal elections to select a new permanent leader. And the announcement comes at a critical moment as the ODM party and indeed the nation continue to mount a political icon whose influence shaped Kenya's democratic journey.
By the FINRA Organizing Committee, which is chaired by the Deputy President, His Excellency Professor Kithure Kindiki, and co-chaired by Dr. Oburu Odinga. The party is aligned with arrangements which are in accordance with the party leader's wish that when he dies, he should be laid to rest within 72 hours.
Stated Parliament buildings today for public viewing from 12 to 5 o'clock. We encourage our members and supporters to head straight to Parliament for this event and to avoid Lee Funeral Parlour, which will have very minimal activity. Our respective parliamentary leaders in the National Assembly and the Senate will coordinate members of the parliamentary group and guide them accordingly on the program of events leading to the final day on Sunday, 19th October 2025. Likewise, majority and minority leaders in the county assemblies will do so at their levels. That the ODM remains united, just like it was during the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga's time. We believe in unity of purpose, a stronger democratic party and a party that must live on for many years to come. With this regard, the NEC has designated the Senator of Siaya County, Honorable Dr. Oburu Odinga, to be the acting party leader until the time that the top party organs will meet and elect a substantive party leader to fit in the big shoes that have been left by our leader. Thank you, and may the soul of our party leader rest in eternal peace.
And the Secretary General of the Central Organization of Trade Unions, COTU, Francis Atwoli, has paid tribute to the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, describing him as a peace-loving and unifying leader, not only in Kenya but across the African continent. Speaking from his home in Quisero, Kakamega County, Atwoli revealed that he had spoken to Raila just before he traveled abroad to seek medical treatment and was deeply shocked to receive news of his passing. Atwoli used the moment to call on all Kenyans to unite, saying the best way to honor Raila's legacy is by coming together as a nation. He also specifically urged Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka to join forces with President William Ruto's government in the spirit of national cohesion and healing. His remarks come as tributes continue to pour in from across the country and beyond, all highlighting Raila Odinga's lifelong commitment to justice, democracy, and national harmony.
It's a sad day for the people I represent, working men and women across the globe and more so in Kenya. Absolutely, that's why I've said he has taught Kenyans fighting honestly for what is due for you. But when you lose it, or if it has snatched from you, or if you have missed it fairly or unfairly, compromise is the key. Dialogue is the key. That is what young Kenyans and old Kenyans should learn from Raila. All of us, Kenya is bigger than us. And that was the basis, that was what was behind Raila's mind all the time. Whatever you fight, whatever happens, Kenya is bigger. Kenya would remain Kenya. Kenya would be there for years and years, generation to come. But let Kenya be bigger than all of us, and let Kenya be a peaceful place for everybody to stay. And that was Raila's philosophy. Yeah, and that is what he taught all of us, that you can fight. You can do whatever you can do, but if you miss the target, please compromise.
And all the messages and information that we're getting from all across near and far is that Raila has been strong. Raila is a leader, and Raila has been a glue that has been connecting people for unity and for peace. And this night, as JKS comes to an end, we just wish strength and want to condole with the whole family of Raila, the immediate family and the larger family as well, and also the international family. We want to wish all the best and strength to the whole family. And to the biggest team that has made this program a success, and to the sign language interpretation from Laura Omondi, I want to thank you, and I want to declare that it shall be well with you, and by God's grace we'll meet tomorrow again for the same reasons, just informing you, making sure that you are entertained, and making sure that everything coming from us is a benefit and advantage to you, because we are here to inform you, we are here to ensure that you are hired with every information that is important in your life. Our social media platforms as we exit is EBN TV Kenya all across, and our SMS line is 2305. Now, rolling sleeves and going to rest. This is JKS Thursdays, and my name is Jeffrey Kimaiyu Somba. Good night.